I guess we should start right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Someone who wants to introduce the topic?
I think I would introduce the topic.
Okay, go on.
Okay. First of all, thank you for everyone for joining in. I believe the current topic is everyone here would understand the importance of social media. I personally believe that the social media would also influence them in some kinds. And the more it has grown, I believe that political organizations has also in some way understood the potential of social media, that if corporates can influence customers, I believe political organization can in some way influence voters. And the current banishment, the very recent banishment of Donald Trump from all major social media platforms has in some way reignited this debate of whether internet censorship is in some way an infringement of our right to free speech. And if anyone want to continue from here.
I would like to agree with Dhruv. There is a big difference between criticizing some regime of Donald Trump. It was all about misinformation. The same thing can be linked when the Delhi elections were going on. There was a lot of misinformation from both the sides, from BJP as well as other governments, and that led to quite big protests in our country. So, in my opinion, people who are having more influence, they must hold certain high regards to what they are speaking on social platform, because it might have very nasty consequences.
Yeah, I would
I
like
mean, it does
to
have.
add
Yes, you can
Dhruv.
continue.
Yeah, I agree with what Dhananjay has said. There is very thin line between healthy criticism and hate speech, and I think because of freedom of speech and access to huge crowd, people are misusing the social media platforms, and it is affecting us by spreading communal violence. Also, there is no such mechanism to verify the news which we are getting through news feed of the social media. So there should be censorship, in my opinion.
I'd like to
That is
add, censorship itself is a double-edged sword. Like there are at times there is a positive side to it as well as there is a negative side to it. Like say, if we look at countries like North Korea, China, they have closed their social media to in their country to the outside world. Uh, all the news and the follow-up news they get is from their own national media itself. That that is also a bad thing. And if there is another viewpoint that like things like child pornography, like videos of murder, suicides, if these also start coming on social media and they are not censored, then it can affect the impressionable people, small children. Uh, there can also be leakage of very secret top secret data, uh, which which can cause harm to the internal security of any nation. So it's a double-edged sword. I think there should be a fine balance about what can be censored and what cannot be censored. Also,
I would.
democracy gives the right of free speech, but that free speech should also comes with the responsibility of not spreading hatred, communal tensions, or inciting violence.
I would
So yes,
also.
please.
I would completely agree with what Arvind has said. That it is a somewhat of a double-edged sword, because the very idea of censorship is very undemocratic. But if it is used, or to allow governments to use censorship to a certain extent, you can never be very sure if the government will overtake it. You could take a recent example in about 2012, the Arab Springs, when the Syrian regime completely shut off the whole country from the outside world. And in some way, they were able to, what you could say, completely take down the revolution that was going on in Syria at that time. So I think governments can
They
misuse
also
it
have a
in very
living
much ways.
Go on, go on.
I think the governments can misuse it. So it is
Yes,
a very difficult topic.
we all have a recent example of government misusing it in, I guess, Prashant Bhushan case. We all know that it was a case of social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook banning Donald Trump, and it is having negative consequences, like the living example of North Korea, as well as the government of India indicting Prashant Bhushan and then giving him a bail for just rupee one.
And now that we have talked about the Indian government, I would like to also add to the fact that Indian government has cut down internet the most time in the whole world in the last year, especially in Jammu Kashmir. They were continuous.
But that is completely a different situation, Jammu and Kashmir.
That is a,
There was a lot of hatred going on in Jammu and Kashmir before they cut down the internet, so that the hatred doesn't spread more. That's why the government had censorship. I agree with that. Central government it is quite long that they have censored their internet, but at that time it was a correct decision.
yes, I
Right now
too
it is
believe
not a correct
that it
decision
was
because
a
they are not
correct.
getting 4G connection.
That I believe it is a correct decision at that time, but the extent to which the governments are willing
I
to
agree
take it,
with it.
And
it
Huh.
is something.
and also the length for which it has gone on is also not correct, because their voices
Hmm.
are getting
Right now
suppressed.
also they are not having access to food.
Yes,
Yes, I completely agree with this point of view.
And with the
I
current
think the
world,
government was avoiding a knee-jerk reaction at that time. Like people don't come out in violence, but I think after such a long time, if they don't have their voices,
See,
it is
it has been a like
absolutely against
it
the
ha-
democratic. It is against a
and
democratic
not
yes,
just
belief.
quite.
Like if
with
we call
Jammu
ourselves a
Kashmir, I believe it is somewhat like a what do you call it? It is a knee-jerk reaction to everything. So if you remember in Delhi in UP last year with the CAA protest, the government cut shut off internet from the capital itself. So
Yes.
it is sometimes like you want to cut off a protest. It is something to spread things, to spread river, to stop anything from spreading.
Stop people criticizing, and that is quite bad because democracy is all about discussions and healthy criticism, as someone said earlier, that all we require is healthy criticism, and there is a fine line between disorderness and criticism.
You
Asta,
know,
would you
even,
like to speak something about this topic?
No, I'm only listening today.
Okay, Arvind.
okay, even before
Okay,
we
no
had
problem. I'm
social
sorry.
media, there were ways of protesting. There were ways of getting your opinion out. And although social media has become a major source of way to spread your opinion and information, but I think uh, if, even if the government censors a lot of things, people who think they are not harming anyone, or they're like, what do you call, the government is stifling their voices, they can go to the courts, they can they can use other platforms also, uh, like as you said, like Prashant Bhushan, he could use some other like the conventional
He had a
media, he could
voice.
give
He
his
had a
interview,
voice.
he had a
It
voice.
is
Yes.
somewhat turned into what you could say an automatic response to take down dissent.
Yes.
Yes.
And also somewhere it said
Anyone who
that the
wants.
information spreads very fast on the social media. If you all remember like a case from like 3 days ago, there was a WhatsApp forward spreading around in India about the app Signal. They were WhatsApp forwards. If
Yes.
you have read that, they said that in the Signal app is made by a very poor child from UP who went on to IIT, and it was spread like a wildfire. And
Also,
the next thing you know, that Signal was the most downloaded app in India. So it gives you an extent of how things spread very fast, and even unverified news.
okay. Also, regarding the Trump incident, his banning on various platforms, I think being the president of USA, he already has a lot of like platforms where he can go and speak. Like he can have a White House conference with all the TV networks. So if he actually wants to get his voice out, his opinion out, he has lot of myriad number of venues where he can express his opinion. So censorship only on social platform for him, I don't think I think it's not as big a deal, like what people are making it out, like that a free speech has been like their right to free speech has been infringed upon.
Mhm.
Also, I believe that Trump also had a bad history with mainstream media channels. If you all remember, like a month ago, after the election results, I believe MSNBC and CNN cut off his live stream where he was making a press conference. So for him,
Yes,
social media
yes,
was a major source. Because
yes.
for his supporters, he goes around saying fake news. So the trust deficit that his supporters have on mainstream media houses is very high.
Okay, also the democracy like depends on the idea that the people are intelligent enough that they'll understand eventually who is right and who is wrong, and on the basis of that they will decide like who they want to vote for. So to censor someone and not letting his opinion out, even though you may not agree with it, like Voltaire said, I might not agree with your opinion, but I'll still defend you for the right, I'll defend your right to have an opinion. Like he's a very famous French philosopher. So even though we may agree or not agree, someone's views may not like reverberate with the majority, like it may not be in resonance with the majority of the country, but they still have a right to opinion, and their right to opinion should be protected. And like
Also, I want to add that.
mindless censorship should be avoided. But if censorship has some grounds to it, like if it prevents violence, it prevents pornography from spreading, it prevents hate speech from spreading, then I think I'm all up for such kind of
I
censorship.
would like to suggest, in regards with the censorship, there should be categorical censorship. I mean, people try to engage with video and visual content more than what people engage with written communication. I mean, written post. So, if we can build an algorithm which will track the visual content which is harmful or
But Trump incited a whole scenario just by his tweets. Mostly by his tweet, not just by his tweets, but mostly by his tweets. How can you say that write-ups are not being so influential and visual medium is having more influence over the
And
write-ups?
also, Twitter allowed him to do that. For like the last
Yes,
4 years,
Twitter. Yes, go
Twitter
on,
there
was
were
go.
calls
constantly flagging his
for his
tweets.
accounts to be
Twitter was
deactivated for
constantly
the last
flagging his
4 years.
tweets. No, but in the last 1 month, Twitter was constantly flagging his tweets. There were
Twitter should
also
have
posts
acted
removed.
way before time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe
In order to
the
have a
actions
balanced view, they banned him. Uh, Go
I
on, go
I
on.
think
believe the actions taken by Twitter were too little and too late, because
Yes.
they
Hmm.
only did it at the very extent when people stormed into the Capitol, and I believe a couple even
After the
were shot dead.
consequences, they have a balanced view in front of people.
I think
Even if
social
you
media
look at the
platforms should also be
if
responsible for
yeah,
both sides of the censorship. I mean, positive and negative ways, because they allow people to write freely. That's why people get access. And if the crowd turns out to be negative, then they disallow the content. So they try to use
and
the
all
flow of crowd to generate their TRPs.
yes. And I don't also like to add these social media platforms mostly are headquartered or have their parent companies in US itself, and they are answerable to their Senate. And there are also antitrust processions that happen in Senate there. So I think only when they realized that there is going to be a transfer of power, a different government coming in, they started acting against, like they jumped off the Trump ship. Like they should have been more responsible from the start itself, and rather than just fearing the corporate uh, like corporate ethics, they should have followed the moral ethics also. Like they should have censored it much earlier.
I believe I'm in total agreement with what Arvind said here, because like a year ago, when Mark Zuckerberg was summoned to the American Senate and he was asked if he would fact check political ads, he said no to that. And now that the government has changed, he is willing to do that. So I think
Yes. Also,
corporates itself.
yes. Also,
Now you
there was an
continue.
episode of Cambridge Analytica where information of voters was sold to Republican Party and other companies to analyze their patterns of voting and to influence the voting in 2016 also. If someone remembers Cambridge
Yes,
Analytica case.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Cambridge Analytica.
I believe in this current world, I believe data is probably the most important thing that all I believe all major corporations, all political organizations are after. They want data of voters,
Yes,
of consumers, of any kind, so they could influence them in some way or another to their own benefit.
yes. So the people governing the social media are themselves not impartial, right? So I think this calls for an independent body which can decide upon what should be censored or not. It should not be left to the platform itself to decide what is censorable or not. There should be an impartial algorithm. Would you?
I also believe that the social media companies itself should flag fake news and should review them even before they are
But
let's
should
say
it? But should
reported
it
by
be left
someone
to
else.
them only? But should the censorship be left to them only, or should there be a different body?
No, I think there should be independent body, irrespective of the government and the corporate houses which are running these social media platforms. Because
I mean, they are independent bodies. I don't believe Facebook does them on their own. I think Facebook outsources the job
They
of
do it.
fact checking.
No, Facebook does it when it faces protest within the Facebook itself, or it faces protest from its own workers. There were protests from workers in Facebook who were protesting that Facebook was not doing enough to censor this hate speech which Trump was serving to the people. If
Also, the very
anybody,
idea of hate speech, I believe that if you ask two different political groups, they will not come to a consensus over what would one comes under hate speech because of
Yeah, I
one
guess
political
right
group
now all the
might
social
be.
media platforms are quite politicized. They are either following the right wing ideology or they are following the left wing ideology, and they do their moves based on their ideology. As we can all see that, as Arvind just said, that when the Facebook workers started demonstrating protests, then they took action. They should have taken the action long while back, but they didn't took any action.
Because if you'll remember, like 3 or 4 years ago, when Mark Zuckerberg were asked if he would flag someone denying Holocaust, he said that even though the view of the person hurts him, that he would not infringe on his right to speech. Although he changed his stance about 2 or 3 years later. So I believe that the organizations and I believe the political community should come to a consensus on what they would describe as hate speech.
well, the idea of political parties coming to consensus is like, although in a utopian world that will be feasible, but I think in a real world situation it seems very unlikely because everybody is vying for their own vote bank. Even in USA, a lot of Republicans have not come out against Trump despite all the evidence being in open, because they fear that the latent white supremacy, that is the undercurrent which is in their society, all those people will turn against them, and they are their uh, major vote banks. So if we wait for just the political consensus, I don't see it coming. Maybe in a utopian world it might, but in the real world it seems very unlikely. And as with the spread of more and more spread of internet, the world is becoming a small place. uh, we need a body. uh, that's my opinion. But I think we need an independent body with a defined structure, a defined code of ethics. As SK said, the content should be categorized uh, both with respect to the category and the age for which it is meant for, and uh, it should also be tested for whether it is fake or real. And there should also be disclaimers given within the post whether the platform should inform the visitor that he should use other sources also to confirm whether this post is true or not. That's my opinion.
Also, in my opinion, there should be age restriction to start using the social media platforms, because nowadays we can see in our childhood we were not that much aware about Facebook, WhatsApp, and all Twitter, like social media platform. But now the coming millennials are present on all the social media platform right from start of their fifth, or I mean, even in metro cities they are from fourth and fifth standard also. So there should be minimum age limit of 18, or I guess 20, which is internationally acceptable.
Sorry, I think I won't agree with this point, because
I won't agree with
say
it either because it does not
say
matter
a
what
great
age you are, you can easily be influenced. If you look at the people who stormed the Capitol, they were mainly mostly boomers. You look at them, they were all 40, 45 and above.
it
No,
will
but
also avoid it will also censor this people like Greta Thunberg from doing what she is doing for environmental reasons, for creating a like a movement like uh, school for Friday for environment, something like that movement will also be stifled. A lot of people will not be able to connect with the we don't have to make the next generation like how we developed. It should not be a same path. They have to forge their own path. They have to also decide what is good for them, what is not. So I don't think I'll agree to this, like an age restriction for social media.
Maybe the age could be like increased by a couple of years or something, but I don't believe
There could be a
18 would be
rating. There
18 would
post
be
could
a
have
bit
a
too much.
rating. Yes, post could have a
Yes,
rating like this is good for 10-year-old. This is like
yes.
12 plus, 14 plus, 18 plus, whatever.
Like Netflix has a
Yes,
you can make a
rating of content.
rating of content. If anyone wants to conclude,
any of the new joiners, would you like to conclude? Akhand, Rahul?
Yeah, hi guys, this is Akhand. So it's my first time here. I would like to just add some points from my side. So I think we should not allow like absolute censorship for the social media, because this is the only platform which is free of any censorship as of now. Because other forms of media like print media or electronic media is already censored and it is controlled by big power houses or media houses. So for a layman, social media is the only platform where he can put across his thoughts or any artistic expression. So if it is censored, then the censorship may be driven by a propaganda of the corporate or the government. So a censorship should not be a good idea, but a moderation should be there, I think. Moderation for illegal activities or any underage harmful content for children, that kind of thing should be moderated by an independent body. So that is what I think.
I guess we can
I
all agree
guess
with that.
I think we are all in complete agreement.
Okay.
Yes, I also agree.
If
Someone who would like to
feedbacks,
raise points about how the
I would
GD
like to conclude here.
went.
Okay.
You
Okay.
we
can
can have
conclude,
double.
Asta, if you want.
We can have
You can.
we can have
No, I
double
have not
conclusions.
concluded.
Okay, so I believe, since I was the listener, and I believe everyone here agrees that there is a very fine line between hate speech and healthy criticism. There are countries like North Korea, China, who have they have banned, uh, I would say, right to speech completely, and they have complete censorship on the internet. People of those countries cannot have access to Facebook, and uh, so yeah, and I believe everyone here agrees that censorship is good in some way, like in cases of child pornography, and censorship is not good in some ways, like there should be everyone speech is not good. And I believe here everyone agrees that there should be an independent body which should look into these matters, which is free from the influence of corporate houses and government, and an independent body which can review such activities. And somebody here said that there can be an algorithm, and yes, I also agree with it that uh, content of hate is more spread with the help of videos and audios and less with written content. I completely agree with it. So I believe here everyone agrees that there can be some computerized algorithm with the help of which some such content can be reduced. And one more point I would like to add here is someone said that there is no age restriction on social media platforms like Facebook. I believe there is a age restriction. Facebook has a age restriction of 18 years, but that is not working effectively. So there should be more effective measures taken, like age should be verified before someone is allowed to make an account on Facebook. And somebody here said that yes, Netflix has a rating of content, but still children have access to it. So I believe, and I believe all of you will agree with me that there should be more effective steps should be taken, and so that I would say linking of social media accounts with Aadhaar card or anything with which age can be verified, so that children do not have access to any such content. Yeah, that's it.
I think the minimum age limit is not 18 but 13. What I believe is in Facebook and Twitter. I could be
Okay, it
wrong
can
though.
be. I'm not sure about it.
That's
Also, I
quite
would
a
like
good
to add that
point.
we did not talk about that how big of a hold that big tech has on our lives, and how in some way they are influencing us directly or indirectly. I think that could have been a point that we could have
Can,
made.
can you please repeat? Can you please repeat what were you saying? I wasn't paying attention.
I'm saying, I said we didn't talk about how big of a hold that big tech companies have on our lives and how they're influencing us.
Mm-hmm.
For some matter, in Bangladesh, people compare Facebook with internet. Facebook is their internet.
That's how big of a deal these social media companies are.
And also that they are some of a monopoly because WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, they're all one when they're all part of the same group. So it is in one way, let's say Mark Zuckerberg as a single person and he has so much hold on our lives.
I think in recent times,
That's true.
US government or US court has noticed to Mark Zuckerberg or Facebook organization that there should not be monopoly in all the social media markets, because Facebook
Yes.
is the one who is constantly acquiring the new coming startups and increasing its presence in all the aspects.
Facebook recently also did a pact with Geo.
I would
Yes.
like to make a point here. When I was listening, so I noticed that people were putting in facts and telling their points. But I believe when you are giving your facts, you should first give your opinion, so that when a person is listening, he or she gets to know what is your opinion, and on that opinion you are putting in your facts. So suppose I was the listener and you are giving your facts only, so it was difficult to comprehend what was your opinion, and on that opinion you are giving your facts. So I believe that you should first give your opinion that I am in favor of this thing, then you should put in your facts. Just an
And I would,
opinion.
and I would agree with that. Sometimes it is difficult to comprehend what's going on. We do not have, pre-existing knowledge of that.
Okay.
Anyone else
Okay.
who would like to comment on how the GD went? Some inputs about what should have been done.
I think we could have talked on OTT platforms also.
Yeah, the
how
artistic
OTT
expression side.
OTT could be linked to the censorship of programs. I think Arvind completely raised a point of pornography and nudity. How can then OTT will be linked with censorship? Can you please elaborate, SK?
Yeah, the kind of TV shows which OTT platforms are bringing, they are more of
Hmm.
a harmful content only, because in every another series you will find it is related to murders or killings only. Let's take an example of
Yes, yes.
Okay, I get your point, but I don't completely agree with it that killing
I
or showing partial nudity is
I'd I'd
should be
I'd like
okay,
to add one more thing.
Arvind.
Like even in the past, when there is no pornography, governments using their powers of censorship have stifled content which is against them. Like many movies, like say Salam Bombay or uh, the Black Friday, and there are many other movies also in the past, which when they have spoken against government or tried to give their own like view of the events that unfolded, they have met with censorship. So I'm not in fully favor of like censorship of OTT by government. It should be
So
an
I
independent
would also
body where
agree
we
with
can.
that because if you all remember, in the emergency times, Indira Gandhi, I believe, banned Kishore Kumar and his songs from playing in All India Radio because he made a
Yes,
song criticizing the government and the emergency that was going on.
yes. So,
And also, I believe that
so
OTT does not come under what you could say that
no,
the body that
if the reason for ban is say, showing murders, showing nude content, then I agree with the ban. But if there is no definition of
How with murder? How
what
with
will be
murder
the
you
reason
can
for
say?
no, I mean the way the murder is being shown, like it's shown as a very cool way. Like every series is trying to do it in a very innovative way. They're trying to create like a fuss. Like I don't know
But I guess there
whether
is a
that.
warning
Yeah, there
when
is
we
a warning,
view
there is
such
a
shows. There
disclaimer.
is a warning related.
There is a disclaimer given
Yes,
that
there is a disclaimer.
the incidents shown in the movie are quite dramatized and everything. But I believe that nobody of us read that. So there should be a better way of conveying that message that there is a kind of drama involved in it, and the events are from the point of view of the director or the writer. So there should be a more effective way of conveying that message. Disclaimer is not the correct way, I would say.
Yes, we
also
have
I
to
believe that
understand that there are also impressionable minds which will get affected by this thing. Like uh,
Yes.
people of less like it does not necessarily have to be on a age, but the people can be like given
Basically,
a thought.
psychopaths or
Yeah,
sociopaths.
psychopaths and sociopaths.
and
Yes.
people of all ages are impressionable. I believe
Also I
the
would
very
Yeah.
idea that kids are impressionable, I believe everyone is in some ways impressionable.
Yeah.
Also, I would like to add example of Crime Patrol and that Southern India, the kind of stories they portray in front of people that harms the mindset of people. I mean, if a
Hmm.
child sees in a very early age the content which is being shown, that harms his healthness, mental health.
Huh.
I mean, he cannot
But
Yes.
that
differentiate
could
what
at
is
least be
ethical and what is
censored
unethical.
because I believe that could at least be censored because I believe government has rights for what is shown in television and theaters, but I don't think government can censor what is shown in OTT platforms.
Just because it is not nude content or pornographic content, it is shown.
I mean, there are loopholes around
Well,
it.
But
well.
if we
Yes.
are
Yes.
framing our points on the basis of pornography, our government banned pornography. So we can say that they censored the thing which was quite impressionable for people of all ages.
Also, for children, I think parents have a added responsibility to see what they're watching and what they're not watching.
Hmm.
Till till they are able to decide for themselves, like till they reach the age. So to say that a child has an access, then that is the failure of a parent, in my opinion, rather than the system failing itself.
Yeah, I agree to Arvind's point.
It somewhat signifies the ignorance in parents.
Yes,
Are they not taking it as seriously as it should have been taken?
yes, it is their responsibility to see what their child is watching till they are able to decide for themselves. That's what I feel like. I could be hypocritical, but
I agree.
still.
No, I
No, no,
agree with it that parents have quite a huge responsibility and they should monitor what their child is watching until and unless they grow up at an age when they can make their own decisions.
because you could not expect government to do everything. And also the very idea that government would censor something for you, in some way it shows that government is having a knowledge of what you are seeing, and that also is in some way
And I
is
also think
surveillance.
that today's go
Yes,
on, speak,
Dhananjay.
Dhruv.
Yeah.
So I said that the very idea that government censors something for you should it in some way signifies that government is surveying on you, and it has knowledge on what you're watching.
Yes. I wanted to add that this topic was more inclined on, I guess, social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, in my opinion, and more about the current things that were going on after that BJP rally, that sort of thing. I never thought of OTT platforms or pornography as a way of censorship. I always thought that this topic was all about social media platforms like these, Twitter and Facebook banning content
Yeah,
or banning people.
that's why I chose the topic of social media. I could have named it
That's
internet
right.
censorship, and that would have been a
Okay.
much broad.
Yes, that's right.
You can see, like, when there was a shooting in New Zealand, or the attack on U.S. Capitol, people were
Hmm.
telecasting their feed live on Facebook.
Hmm.
Uh,
They were having
like,
selfies and then posting it on various
no,
platforms.
they were doing violence. They were bringing down flag. They were sitting with their legs up on the places where
Hmm.
their legislature is to sit. And even in New
Hmm.
Zealand, when there was an attack on mosque, the attacker during firing was
I
telecasting
think
his whole.
he was live streamed on Facebook,
He was live streaming on Facebook.
Hmm.
and even though people were reporting it, it was not what let's say
It
taken
was
down for like an
taken down
hour or
after
something.
2 hours. Yeah, yeah. It
To
was
us, yes.
taken down after 2 hours.
So is it possible for like
I w-
companies to take down something immediately?
In
Yeah,
Do they
my
have enough
opinion, they should
employees?
have an
Is
eye
there,
on influential people more, not basically on all commoners, but more on people who are more influential. That might
I
bring
mean, that
down
guy was
problem to
not
some
that was
extent.
out. That
No,
was
I'm not
gunning
talking
down
about
people
that.
in Christchurch was not in.
I
No,
think
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that the whole facade that happened was just because of few tweets from Trump and a political meeting that he held. So
Yes.
if those tweets were censored and all the things which were related to the hashtag of that meeting were censored, I don't think I'm not sure, but I don't think that there would be so big riots that happened at that time. So in my opinion, people who are more influential, they should be censored. And no, they should not be censored, they should be monitored, I guess, for their behavior, for the social behavior. Because Trump was doing this for a long time. We can all see that he started claiming that he won the elections, and after the electoral results came, he said that he still wins the election. The elections are fraud. So he is planting impressions on commoners. And I guess Twitter and Facebook should have censored his tweets or
I think
labeled
I
them
said
as
it.
misinformation so that
I think I said
They
it.
allowed
I think I said.
the
Listen, I think I said it between the GD also. Banning of Trump was not a big
yes, you
event
said
because
it.
being the president of USA, he had lot of places where he can go and speak and voice his opinion. He also has the privilege that he can go to the Supreme Court. He has the money, the power, the lawyers. So if he thinks that he's being done wrong with, then he has places where he can go. But yeah, I'm thankful that because of him we are having this debate also. Like
Also.
this topic has been discussed ever since the advent of the age of social media. But this I think it has again started because of what happened with Trump.
Also,
Yeah,
the
It's
political
not.
consequences were never this clear as they are right now.
Yes. Also, it gives a lesson like we cannot depend on the government to always do the right thing. Like in the US, if the Trump administration rather is not thinking about the country and the republic, their country, and rather he's more focused on his own re-election to spew hate, lies, and other thing, then someday we can have a government like that, God forbid. But like to leave censorship in hands of such a government won't be a like wise decision, I think.
Also, I'm kind of very happy that no one made points about Delhi riots, because I think that would have been very controversial.
No, I introduced it. I tried to introduce it, but I just wanted to give an example. I didn't wanted someone to elaborate it. I just wanted to give an example. Like Trump's, so another example would be good, sitting in near our domain.
Yes.